Welcome. This is the Between Brothers podcast where we give you real talk, authentic takes, and laughs on sports, pop culture, and life. I'm your host, the Duke of Bananas, Lando, in the building, along with my older brother, Zero, rocking the pinky and the brain. Fun fact about Zero, that was his nickname in middle school, Pinky.
Mhm.
Fun fact. Zero, how has your we've been on a little bit of a hiatus. How has your week been?
Um, it's been it's been all right. Um, Shoot, freaking, we were just talking about. I was like, freaking head hurts. It was like taking elbows. It was like that was fun. Um, I uh I got into it, but didn't get into it with a coworker. That coworker decided they wanted to get they wanted to get mouthy, but then immediately hang up the phone. So no rebuttal came up. And the other the ladies that were there were telling me to let it go and let it go, let it go. It was like my thing is this: if that shit would have happened to you with your coworker, would you have just let it go?
Um,
It was like, you know,
yeah, no, I mean that's not a good thing for to ask me. I ain't gonna let it go type of guy.
it was like why would you like this person blatantly disrespected me
Yeah,
for somebody else's communication and y'all just like, yo, and what was it? The one thing, because I know we talked about it before, but there was something that I left out and it bothers the hell out of me. The one thing that was getting on my nerves was I kept on being told, you don't even know what this person looked like. You could pass her on the street and you would never know. So because I don't know what this person looked like me and I should just take the disrespect. It's like, I know where she works. I can pull up. And it's like, oh, you probably don't even remember her name. I gotta remember. It's like, now somebody gonna slip up and say her name, but I don't have to. I'll just be like, I can just walk in and say, hey, who is it that decided to want to disrespect me on this day? That'd be the, it's like, or is because I already know one of my coworkers' mothers is gonna snitch because she's the one that's been telling me, "Oh, you don't know what she looks like. Why don't you just let it go?" Like I'm pretty sure you wouldn't let it go if it happened to you. So it was like, don't give me no advice that you wouldn't take your goddamn self. Like, come on, yo. It's like the thing about like I would get it if I did it, but it was like it was miscommunication, and this person just came out and disrespected me because they were getting tired of one person calling. It, like, I don't give a damn what your day was like. One person calling means that you get the right to disrespect me. I ain't gotta let it go. Like you disrespected me for some shit that I had that in a sense I did have something to do with, but one phone call would have fixed all of that because I always take care of my customers. One phone call could have taken care of all of that. But you wanted to be an asshole in this situation. So I ain't got it. So I'm Shaq. I'm Shaq with those MVPs. Come on, Shaq, let it go. I ain't never letting it go. Other than that, and Jigglypuff's birthday was on Friday. Um, she turned 9.
Let's go.
We went to. It felt like I should have called off on this day, but of course you have a time limit on when you could call off on days. so I got off of work, got her birthday cake, got back to the house. I didn't even change clothes. All I did was take my coat off. He's like, I still have my work pants on. No, I took my coat off and I changed my shoes. And we went right back out to go see Hoppers.
I heard that movie was good.
It is. It is. It's like
Somebody said it
but
was the funniest Disney movie in years. I don't know if that's true, but somebody told me it was the funniest Disney movie they've seen in years.
yeah, it was really good. The only annoying thing was I I missed a couple I missed a couple parts because children don't know how to hold their bladders. It was like I said, yo, I know y'all gotta use the bathroom right now. Go use the bathroom before we go. And then all of a sudden, Marshmallow got to use the bathroom during the credits or during the opening credits. And then 3 minutes into the film, "Oh, I gotta use the bathroom." I'm like, come on, yo. Like I told the birthday girl, she was like, it was like 5 minutes left in the movie. She said, "Daddy, I gotta use the bathroom." I said, "Yo, the movie's almost over. Can't you hold it?"
For real
It's like, and she was like, "Yeah, I can." She started kicking her feet, holding it as long as she could. As soon as them lights came on, it's like you ain't never seen a motherfucker hustle to the bathroom like we did.
though. You went by yourself?
No, no,
No, no. The reason why I'm asking that is because when it comes to Cocoa Puff, I don't never take it to the bathroom unless I'm by myself. It's always Duchess that take it to the bathroom.
not what's it called? Not when the movie was over, we all got up and went, but we were just hustling to get to the bathroom.
No, what I'm saying is because you said you missed parts of the movie. What I'm
No,
saying,
that was to take Marshmallow to the bathroom.
yeah, okay, got you.
But it was most of the time most of the time was mommy taking um taking the girls to the bathroom. Yeah, but the movie was really good. Yeah, there was I ain't going. Do you plan on going to see it?
The Cocoa Puff, if Cocoa Puff is an answer about it, I ain't catching
Yeah,
it. Come on, Disney Plus.
so there was this one part, the insect queen got in the main character's face, and she was like, we gotta squish the mayor. So what was the main character's name? I can't even remember the main character's name, but she got in the main character's face and she kept on talking, just like, we got it's like you suggested we got to stop him from doing this, that, and the third. And then it was like when I say we gonna squish him, and then all of a sudden she just because she kept it was a butterfly because she kept getting in her face. Automatic instinct. Smash, smash the insect queen in her hands. Everybody, everybody was surprised. So she got up on a wall and put her hands on the wall and got and smeared and smeared the queen's remains on the wall before she ran
Wow,
away.
that's crazy.
Like
She,
we're gonna switch. Yeah, if it was me, I would have done the same thing. I would have talked some trash. Like, man, you don't get the fuck out of my face. Yeah, when they yeah, but that was hilarious. Toward the end is gonna be it's hilarious as hell. But yeah, but that's all the report.
yeah, that's good stuff. So we had this. We went to the food festival, Norfolk Food Festival, which was all right. But I come to find out one thing about these particular food festivals, and that's
Mhm.
I'm done with American food because we went last year, we went this year. They're like, yo, we got the mac and cheese. You know, bruhs like mac and cheese bland. We got the ribs bland. We got,
Wait, how do you make bland ribs?
well, you know, it's not like, it's not just about the sauce, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't know what rub they use, but it ain't had
No,
no
that's
salt, no pepper, no paprika.
no, that's what I mean. It was like, what the hell did you do? You made nothing marinate. You just said get it at the store. We'll cook. It's like we'll thaw it out as it's cooking.
I was, I was disappointed, and it was actually more expensive this year than it was last year. But you know, we ate a lot of food. We did a lot of walking, a lot of standing in line. Um, but it was a good time. It was a good time. So I ran into one of my coworkers who we had like a little award show thing that they do like in the spring of every year. And they give out like performance awards and everything. I ain't win nothing. And which pissed me off because I usually am winning stuff like that, but I didn't win nothing. So I was in the category for best dressed, which I knew I wasn't gonna win because quite frankly, I'm not very popular at my job. I'm not saying like people don't like me. I'm just not in everybody's face. So 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 the dude who I thought was gonna win best dress had won best dress, but there was another dude who was in there that was like, who has the best sneaker game? So again, I ain't no sneakerhead, so I ain't tripping over that. But one of my coworkers who's on my team, he is a sneakerhead. He didn't win. Some other dude won, which I ran into him at the food festival. So he had the best sneaker game, yet me and him yesterday are caught in the same spot with the same sneakers. So why am I not nominated?
I
That's
don't know
all
what
I
to tell
want to
you.
know. That's all I want. Apparently, you can only be nominated for one category. But I'm like, so now I'm like, I gotta get sneakers. I gotta get sneakers, and I gotta go ahead and dip myself in butter and just walk around the whole spot. You know what I'm saying? Like they call me Lando for a reason. So but there was like everybody thought I was mad about something because I wasn't like the whole team had went up to the front and I didn't go to the front. I'm like, I ain't winning nothing, so what am I walking my behind all the way up there for? I'm gonna sit my behind here and read some manga. We get 3 hours. We get 3 hours off these dumbass phones. I'm gonna take this time to read some manga. I ain't sitting here about to act like I'm happy other people winning stuff. Hell out of here. The heck? So me and the Duchess went on a date tonight. I pull up. It's this spot. They had the steak. I got a porterhouse steak for the first time. People have told me about this experience that I've never had before, and I've spent $200 on dinner. This dinner was nowhere near as expensive, and I cut into this steak, and the steak, this portion of the steak, literally barely had to chew the thing. It was that tender and full of flavor. So I ate most of the steak. It was a 24-hour steak. I probably ate 16 ounces. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get the steak, cut the rest of it up, do steak, egg, and cheese tomorrow morning. As usual, never fails, lead the food. So I'm hurt. I'm hurt. My feelings is hurt. Best steak I ever had, and I left it. But the rest of this food was not all that. Like the side, they only give you one side. Most places give you two sides. They give you one side. I chose mashed potatoes. I'm like, how you put all the flavor in the steak and have no flavor in the mashed potatoes? But they had some rolls that were good. It was like, oh, it's honey butter. All they did was take honey and sprinkle it on some butter. It wasn't true honey butter. But but yeah, it was an okay experience as far as the overall experience. But me and the Duchess both agreed it was the best steak that we've had going out. So that was fun. So it's funny because Coco Puff, she is like, but the Duchess says she a hater. How is Coco Puff a hater? So I'm like, yeah. We telling them like, yeah, we about to get ready. We about to head out to the food festival. We about to head out to date night or whatever. All of a sudden, Coco Puff's like, oh, she's chilling all day. But then when I'm about to leave, Daddy, I wish you didn't have to go anywhere. I wish you didn't. I wish you would just stay home. I wish I could go with you. I'm like, which technically we could have brought her. I didn't know she would have been for free, but kids 10 and under were for free.
Hmm.
But she wouldn't have went for all that walking and stuff. But but then she did the same thing today. She like rubbing on me, Daddy, Daddy, I just want to play with you. I'm like, we've been playing. We were literally playing for the last hour. She's like, oh, I just want to play some more. I'm like, Coco Puff, I'm going out with your mother. Go sit your behind down somewhere. Like, what the heck, man? That little girl. I'm like, as soon as she, any other time, she chilling. But as soon as it comes time to like, all right, I'm going out with mommy, all of a sudden, she need to be everywhere I'm at. So yeah, that's my Coco Puff though. But yeah, anyways, let's get to some of these topics, man. So we got a couple topics here today. Um, Here's what I don't like when
Hmm.
it comes to sports conversations. I wish I still had my little button thing, my little soundboard thing, because I need to play the little clip. That's the shit I don't like, because Kevin Durant passes Michael Jordan for fifth all time in the scoring list. Russell Westbrook comes fifth all time in assists. So now there's one half of the debate that I'm okay with, and that is Russell Westbrook a top 5 point guard of all time. But I want to focus on this other debate first.
All right.
And it's not really a debate, but for some reason, people have made it such. Passing Michael Jordan on the all-time greatest or the all-time scoring list does not make you a better scorer than Michael Jordan. Also, Kevin Durant passing Jordan on the scoring list does not, I repeat, does not mean that we have to look for ways to diminish Kevin Durant's accomplishments because he passed Michael Jordan.
Hmm.
Anybody who's listened to this podcast knows that I'm a Kevin Durant hater. Kevin Durant, in my opinion, is one of the 5 to 10 best pure scorers basketball's ever seen. But as far as scoring the basketball, when you talk about numbers and efficiency, he's got it. There ain't much I can say. But as far as just being able to get the ball in the hoop in multiple ways, I don't think we've even had this conversation. Scoring at the small forward position, I don't think that he's a better scorer than Carmelo Anthony. Debate with yourself. Oh, he's all time efficiency, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. Watching the two of them play, Carmelo Anthony had more tools in his belt, in his tool belt. But Kevin Durant, remarkable scorer. Probably the second best small forward I've ever seen score the basketball. Um, the only reason why I would put him there is because I think George Gervin was considered a shooting guard. Um, but it's like you don't have to be like, oh, well, the only reason why he passed Jordan is because he made more threes. So he passed Michael Jordan. I hate. I've said this many times. I hate stands of all forms. I'm a
Mm.
Michael Jordan guy. I think he's the greatest player to ever play basketball. You're not about to see. I'm not about to see and argue with you about Kevin Durant's accomplishment, and I'm a Kevin Durant hater. It's hard to score 30,000 NBA points, no matter how it gets done. We didn't have the conversation to talk about the Bam thing. The Bam thing, same thing. It's hard to score that many points in a basketball game. If it was easy, everybody would do it.
It's like that. I hated when people were talking about that. To make it, it's like I don't like the way that he did it. Who the fuck cares? He got it.
I don't like the way that he did it either because he got a lot of it from the stripe. Regardless, it's hard to make 40 free throws. It's hard to get to the line that many times. You know why it's hard to get to the line that many times? Because people don't play defense so poorly that they just hack you to death. So, but the people are most upset about is the Kobe fans. I've never seen so many people be pissed off for second place in my life.
Yeah.
Just like now, I've never seen so many people be pissed off about being fifth place in my life. Kevin Durant, congratulations, you're the fifth all-time scorer. Michael Jordan is still. The NBA has never cared about total stats. They've never rewarded anybody for total stats. It's always been per game. Nobody's coming close to passing Michael Jordan. So cling to that if you want to cling to something. You got stats over time. Kevin Durant averages about 4 or 5 points less than Michael Jordan per game. And he's played more games. That's gonna happen.
Mhm.
If you play enough basketball, the guys that you like, their records are gonna get passed up. So shut up about it. Congratulations to Kevin Durant. You still the softest basketball player of all time. And I still don't like you. He doesn't care that I don't like him, but I still don't like him. Now to Russell Westbrook. Is Russell Westbrook a top 5 point guard? He's fifth all time in assists. Um, for point guards, first all time in points, first all time in rebounds. But if he doesn't really play a starting role anymore, so I don't think he's going to get to fourth. If he was still starting basketball games, I think he would. I think he would be able. I think he would have gotten there, but he won't. He, of course, is one of those great players who didn't win a championship. Probably will never win a championship, most likely, because the teams that are picking him up now that's letting him play basketball, they're not contending teams. And he's also not necessarily making them better like Chris Paul used to. Um, Russell Westbrook is one of my favorite players of all time. I don't know where he would rank. I would say safely in my top 10 favorite players. That being said, why do people care and say that it's a longevity stat with him, but they don't care when it's LeBron James? They're making excuses for it when it comes to Kevin Durant. But for some reason, I'm seeing people being like, well, he's played in the league 17 years. Russell Westbrook has always been known as a score first point guard. Do you know who he's behind for all time assist leaders? Do you know who's in fourth place, Zero?
LeBron.
LeBron effing James, who's considered a pass first guy, who's also the all time leader in points. I've never seen such a contradiction in sports history. A guy could be fast first and have the most points. John Stockton and Magic Johnson ain't nowhere near tops in points, but for some reason. So Gil's Arena had a debate about it. Guys on the panel was, I think McCants and
Nick
Nick
Young.
Young. They were saying that the other guys were diminishing his legacy. The dude averaged triple double for 4 years. Not like 4 years. If you took his numbers over 4 years and divide them up, it'd be a triple double, like they said for Oscar Robertson.
Mm-hmm.
He literally did it for 4 years. Here's how ridiculous him doing it is for 4 years. Nobody cares that Jokic is about to do it 2 years in a row. He's the only player to average a triple double and win a regular season MVP. Yes, people, you heard me correctly. Oscar Robertson didn't win MVP that year. Bill Russell did. Jokic didn't win MVP that year. SGA did. Jokic won't win MVP this year. SGA or Luka will.
Mm-hmm.
If they manage to stay healthy for the rest of the season. Because they're like right on the cusp of that 65 game thing.
Which is still the dumbest shit in the world, but
Because there used to be a game minimum. It wasn't 65, but it used to be like you had to at least play half the season
mm-hmm.
to be a qualifying player. And then they bumped it up to that. So, but give me your thoughts, Zero. Legacy of Russell Westbrook. If Russell Westbrook retired today, what would you think about Russell Westbrook?
I would say the only blemish on his record is that he doesn't have a championship. Like, well, he's a unique player. Nope is like nobody has. I never seen anybody with the like playing today with the fire and intensity that dude plays with. It's like he's all go all the time. It's like I said, this biggest blemish is not having a championship. But and I'm and I'm pretty sure that there are going to be folks that do diminish it because he doesn't have a championship. Diminish his career because he doesn't have a championship. Like Charles Barkley is one of the greatest power forwards of all time, but you have folks that diminish his career because he doesn't have a championship. Like, um, I wish he did. It seemed like the best chance is like the best chance they had. They ran into LeBron, and he was how many years in the league when they got there? Like his fourth, third or fourth.
Yeah, I think he's drafted in 08, so yeah, fourth.
Yeah, so His best opportunity, they ended up losing 4 games to 1. Him averaging him averaging a triple double for 4 straight years. It seemed like when he did his first year, it was like because he got the record for triple doubles in a season,
Yeah,
incredible. Second year, it was like folks were wondering why he was like folks were like, how the hell is he not in the MVP race?
he wasn't even
Third,
in the race.
third and fourth year, it was like, yeah, that dude just stat padding.
They were saying it the first time he did it. They didn't
It
even
was
wait that
like,
long. Remember, Nick Wright was all over it.
you're right, you're right, you're right. Then you
Nick
have
Wright
folks,
and Cowherd.
yeah, because you have folks like Cowherd who we talked about it, how he made a list at the time of his top 10 players in the NBA, right? Yeah, then, and Westbrook didn't make his list, but when he was like, when he said, I remember when he said, he didn't want any miscellaneous ambiguous stats like I want my point guard to rebound, but then Ben Simmons is on your list and you said that he was a great rebounder. How does that work? It's like, but you contradicted yourself all throughout the list. It was
That made no sense.
just so you could say that you didn't think Westbrook was a top 10 player in the league.
Yeah, that made no
It,
sense.
yeah, it was like, and folks look at him now. He's basically turned into a journeyman.
Yeah, I mean, he's like Shaq did at the end of his career. It doesn't strip him from his greatness.
Yeah, exactly. It was like I think the only thing about it is I think with Shaq was playing on teams when he was going from team to team. He was playing for teams that were contenders versus Westbrook.
Yeah,
It was like now he plays for the Kings, and you already know that organization ain't going nowhere. But for me, because I know we talked about it, I made my top 5 point guard list of all time. If you wanted to hear it,
absolutely.
so I had Westbrook 5. I have Chris Paul 4. I got Isaiah Thomas 3. Steph 2, and Magic number 1. It's
So I
kind of
know.
weird
Go ahead.
because I know it's kind of weird. Anybody would hear that list and be like, "You ain't got John Stockton." I don't. It's like I'm sorry, I don't. It's like he has the longevity. Yeah, he has the longevity, but it was like, but I just, but I never felt like I've never really seen like John Stockton like really be that caliber of player without Karl Malone. I don't know what he was like his first couple of years without Karl, so that's on me. But it seems like most of his success has come with Karl next to him. Is like it's interchangeable. Like it feels like Karl Malone isn't the player that he is without John Stockton and vice versa. But that's just to me anyway. And yeah, it was like I just like with Westbrook, Westbrook and Paul, you don't got the rings there. It's like Paul, it just seemed like the injury bug always hit him at the wrong spot.
Yeah, always in the playoffs.
It was like, and with Westbrook, Because Westbrook could actually be like with the assists, and he could be higher if not for when he tore his meniscus and had to take those three surgeries and missed the significant time that he missed because of his knee injury. Thank you, Pat Bev, for that. They're trying to steal the ball on a player that's gonna call a timeout. That makes it. But it's like I just feel like with those players, especially with Isaiah and Magic, how basically they were the class of the '80s when it came to the point guard position, and Steph just how great just his greatness as a shooter. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like there's no denying it, honestly. But my list is Magic one, Steph two, Isaiah three, Paul four, Westbrook five.
So here's the issue that I have no issue with your list,
Mm,
personally speaking. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I don't have an issue with it. Um, Here's an issue that I have with debates when it comes to top fives, and people bring this up.
mm,
Steph shouldn't be on the list because he's not a pure point guard.
mm,
Or um, let's say a certain guy shouldn't be a top center, or let's say no, let's not say center. Let's say power forward. Like Dirk shouldn't be on the list because he wasn't a back to the basket player at the power forward position. It's just like since when does style of play matter? Like if you're talking about the greatest quarterback of all time, you're not you're not going to sit there and say Tom Brady's not the greatest quarterback of all time because he didn't run the ball as well as a Patrick Mahomes would or Lamar Jackson would. You know, so it's just like stop for some reason when it comes to basketball, style of play is starting to matter. Um, my top five. Number five, I would put huh. Number five, I would put Stockton. Number four, I would put Steph. Number three, I would put Oscar Robertson. Two, Isaiah Thomas. One, Magic. Um, Again, Westbrook is one of my 10 favorite players, but the knock that I have against Westbrook that I don't have with the others is the fact that, especially when he was averaging triple doubles, two things happened as a negative severely against him. Free throw percentage dropped significantly, so he wasn't reliable at the stripe, which a great point guard should be. And I think the knee injury is what, because I think the knee injury kind of correlates because he was like like a high 80s% free throw shooter, and then he became like a high 60s% free throw shooter. So I think the injury had something to do with that. And he also turned the ball over a lot. Like he was averaging 10 assists a game, but he's also averaging like 4.8 turnovers a game. So that's what keeps him outside of the like. If to be honest, he probably wins a championship with Durant if instead of 3.5 turnovers a game, he averaged 2.5 turnovers a game. Because that one possession means a lot. Um, so it's not just about championships, obviously, because John Stockton's in the top five. Chris Paul, probably deserves to be in there. Um, Personally speaking, John Stockton didn't have the injury history Chris Paul had. He had longevity. He had, a healthy body in a more physical NBA. And, he's probably the second best passer of all time. Personally speaking, if I were to like where I would rank Westbrook as far as the best, greatest point guards of all time, he'd probably be seventh to me. I personally would rank Chris Paul below Russell Westbrook, but I would rank Jason Kidd as number six. And again, there's bias because watching certain guys and things of that nature. Um, but yeah, I would put Jason Kidd as six, and then and Jason Kidd has a title, so you could if you want to just put certain guys who have titles in, Jason Kidd, you can argue he could be easily top five. He wasn't the main guy when he won the title, but he was a strong contributing factor to that championship team in Dallas. He was the one orchestrating everything down there. So
Was he the starter or the sixth man?
starter.
Okay.
JJ Barea was the backup point guard.
I don't know what made me think that Terry was
Terry was a I think Terry was the six. No, no, no. Dang. A spy would know the starting lineup more than I would. But I think Jason Terry, if he was starting, he was the two. But I can't remember. This is shoot, dang, 15 years ago. Um, but yeah, I would put Westbrook. Westbrook would be seven on my list. And again, this is being as objective as possible. Like I said, he's a guy who, and I know I knocked him for the turnovers, which Chris Paul was a guy who didn't turn the ball over, but he also didn't stay healthy, and he also didn't average triple double. Like, now, knocking him for health. Like Westbrook had a great midi, just like Chris Paul did before the injury. I think the injury kind of broke his jump shot a little bit. And he was never a great shooter in to begin with. Um, so yeah, that's how I would rank Russell Westbrook. Those who watch this episode, let us know who your top five point guards is, or if you want to go extend it out to top seven or eight, like I did. Let us know. Let us know what you think in the comment sections or review sections or whatever. But yeah. Also, as far as having Steph as low as I do, even though I said style of play shouldn't keep you out of the top five, style of play does matter to me. So when you're not the main facilitator, like the offense isn't truly going through you, it's built around you, but it's not going through you. It was going through Draymond. Well, it was until now. I think he's like one of the worst players in basketball, plus minus wise. Um, so it's like he's not even worth the antics anymore, statistically. So yeah, because he had that person, while the rest of the guys who I had ranked over him, they were all, not only MVP caliber players, MVP, MVP caliber players, champions, as well as the main guy in their offense as far as the offense running through them. I think that's where they get the edge. But yeah, so that's our take on that. Next topic, Michael B. Jordan, Oscar winner. I think he's the sixth black person to win an Oscar for Best Actor.
Yeah, so we got Sidney Poitier,
Denzel,
um, Jamie Foxx, um, I think Will Smith, Forrest Whitaker, and I can't remember the last one.
oh, you said Jamie Foxx, Will Smith, Denzel, Sidney Poitier, Forrest Whitaker. Yeah, so Michael B. Jordan will be the sixth one.
Jamie Foxx. Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, I mean, congrats to him. Sinners was a good movie. It was a great movie actually. But somebody at my job had asked me how many times did I watch Sinners, and I said once. And it was like, man, that was the most incredible movie of the year, man. You can't believe you only watched it once. It's on HBO Max. You need to check it out. I don't need to see it a bunch of times. I really don't. I really don't need to see any movie a bunch of times. And though I love the movie, I would watch it again. I just ain't found a reason to watch it again. But it was a great movie, great concept. Here's something that pisses me off about Sinners. It has nothing to do with Michael B. Jordan. It has nothing to do with anything that happened in the Sinners movie. It's women. I'm not a Michael B. Jordan hater. I think he's a decent looking guy. Of course, you know, the Killmonger six pack set him over the edge. Not Killmonger. Was it Killmonger or was it Creed?
Creed.
One of them, yeah, the Creed sent him over the edge. No, Creed sent him over the edge. Killmonger sent him to the moon.
Yeah.
The Duchess said to me, again, this is not me hating that she thinks the guy's attractive, whatever. The Duchess said to me that Smoke was better looking than Stack.
What wasn't they Were they played by the same person?
Apparently, she was like his. I can't remember which one was which one. Again, I haven't seen the movie since it came out. So, whoever was the dude, I think it was Smoke. I think it was Smoke who was the one
Smoke was
who
the slick talker, I think.
yeah, yeah. So she was like, yeah, you know, it was just a swag, the way he carried himself, the way he dressed. They were dressed the same. They looked the same.
They're fucking twins. That's the same person.
And you know, and she's not the only female who's said this to me. Her cousins have mentioned this to me. I'm
But
like, I've had other women mention this to me. I've seen women on social media say this. So it just comes down to I have no idea what goes through a woman's mind when it comes to attractiveness. Because they are literally saying that the same person is more attractive. Shout out to Michael B. And then she even said, look, they even said one of the actresses, the black lady, the dark skinned lady that was Stack's significant other,
hmm
had said that like you could you could tell the difference between the two of them. And she was like one had dimples, the other didn't. Michael B. Jordan has dimples, but she was like, it was the way he carried himself, the way he like would make his face to where, like these certain features wouldn't be revealed. And so Dutch is like, see, he did look different.
It's the same person.
It's the same person.
But I logic doesn't work in these conversations. That's the problem. Logic doesn't work in these conversations because it's like because I actually saw a video where this dude was breaking down how the two of them were different in their mannerisms. Like Smoke was always talking fast, was always needing to move around, like a scene where they were standing there and Smoke is fidgeting trying to wrap the cigarette while Stack was more reserved. Stack was more reserved. It was like, I guess, the way that they dressed him.
They were supposed to be two different people.
Mhm.
Of course. I don't even understand why that need to be broken down. That was the idea. They were
But
twins, but there was, there was one who was a more level-headed one, and the other one who was more shoot from the hip, but they worked together.
my problem, and the reason why I chose this topic, is because of afterwards. He wins, and then these ladies go on a podcast because the clip
The girls that
resurfaces.
said that he was corny.
Hmm. So they go on this show after the clip resurfaces, and she says, "We, I never made fun of him. I never made fun of him. I never." Oh, he's like, there was a homeboy that know. There's a homeboy that I have a homeboy that knows Michael B. Jordan, and Michael B. Jordan turned around and said, apologized and said, I thought it was you and this, that, and the third. But then they played audio of this girl making fun of him with talking about the headshots. He was like he was
Yeah.
corny because he came in with headshots and all that, even though he was an aspiring actor. This is what inspiring actors do. But she thought he was corny for doing that, walking around school with headshots. And even when she got confronted by them, it was like, you said I was corny in high school, this time the third. Now, the only reason why he confronted her about that, we already know. He saw her. She had already made this episode.
Pull up game crazy.
And then all of a sudden, it was like, now you have a homeboy that knows Michael B. Jordan, you and Michael B. Jordan personally, and Michael decided that he wanted to apologize to you. There's like, oh, I thought you were you want to know how much, he was like, you want to know how I know you lying? Because it is a clip of you saying what you said about Michael B. Jordan, and then he pulls up on you, says, "Yo, you said I was corny in high school," and now all of this, it wasn't. Yeah, it was like you don't even got audio of him apologizing. You don't got audio. You ain't got a text message. You ain't got nothing. You have nothing proving that he actually apologized to you. It's like because you already know Michael. He ain't gonna. It's like you really think he gonna dignify that with a response? And it's like now folks will probably look at me and be like, "But he pulled up on her." Not, yeah, he pulled up on her and said something to her face,
No, she was. It was. I don't even think she really pulled up on her. I think she pulled up on him, and
and
she
it
was
just
trying
so
to
happened.
interview him. And then he was like, "Oh, you was the one who was calling me corny in high school." And this is, how I know Michael B. Jordan was telling the truth. People who were bullied never forget who bullied them.
Mhm. They never forget. And you thought you can go on a show and get away with that shit. So I
Mm-mm.
have a homeboy that knows him personally that said that, you know what? I'm sorry. I didn't like shut up. Shut your filthy stinking mouth. Because everybody on that panel, they're gonna believe you. They're gonna take your word for it. Because nobody's intelligent enough to be like, hey, do you got like a text message or something like that? It was like, and it don't even have to be Michael. The
Yeah,
homeboy could have
yeah.
texted you and said, hey, Michael said this. You don't have none of that. You just you just went up there and said whatever. Because we could already know that, like I said, Michael is not going to go on social media and be like, yeah, this chick is lying and this, that, and the third. He's on his
The dude is on top of the world right now.
why should I have to dignify somebody as minuscule as you by texting and saying, hey, I never apologized to this woman. You think he cares? The dude took his Oscar to an In and Out. He don't give a fuck about you. It's like the fact that when he wins his Oscar and now all of a sudden he y'all pull up on y'all show and he becomes a topic of conversation. Why? Because that clip decides to go viral and they were like, you know what? We could probably get some clicks by you pulling up and you saying what you got to say.
Mm-hmm.
This was a business move. This wasn't trying to clear the air for your ass. This was a business move.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit about you. It was like you're the chick that's like, oh well, he's like, yeah, our numbers we'll do some good numbers when we bring this chick on because her original clip ain't do no numbers. I just hate people like that for real.
Yeah. No, it's unfortunate that like people, if you thought the dude was corny, he was corny. There's a lot of people who was corny in high school that didn't stay corny. There's a lot of people who was in corny in high school that stayed corny. There's a lot of people who was cool in high school who's corny as hell today. That chick being one of them. Or you know what I'm saying? Like I said, if he was a cornball, he was a cornball. Oh well, he winning in life now. Shoot, if anything, stop trying to deny it and start giving the man his flowers for real. Like, yo, hey, he was a lame in high school. He changed some things around. Now he the most popular man in the world. Boom. Except for trying to defend yourself like a cornball, because that's what you are now. You was too busy. You was so busy trying to live, trying to still be cool like you was in high school. Now you lame as hell, and he on top of the world winning Oscars, getting ducats.
And you got a podcast nobody remember the name of. Going
Yeah,
on another podcast they don't know the name of.
the Who They Pod For podcast.
That's the title. Who they pod for? Because she,
Anyway,
because there's, hey, who? Nigga, who? Yeah, exactly. It's like every time they bring up their name, you start squinting like the sun's in your eye.
like what? What?
You
You said what?
don't know what Chinese spare ribs are?
I mean, it's like I said, man. It's really embarrassing how these people they love like you love yourself so much. You so full of yourself. Yeah, man. You corny in high school, man. Okay, he was corny in high school. So what? All that corniness made him a multi-millionaire. Voted sexiest man alive. We see so many glow up videos and things of that nature. Why we sit here trying to act like things can't change for people?
Hmm.
But you wanted to diss him so bad because he was on top when you did that podcast. That's why
Hmm.
you had to make yourself you had to big yourself up on your podcast to talk about him when he the famous one. We wouldn't know who you are if it wasn't for you doing on his podcast talking about you went to high school with son.
I'm saying it's like you peaked in high school. He's still growing. It's like, and I think they also said that they were making fun of him because his name was Michael Jordan.
Yeah, yeah, which I don't understand that.
It's like we all know his name. What's yours? Oh,
Yeah,
nobody cares.
he's the most famous Michael Jordan today.
Hmm.
And I think I might have went too far. How fast some Jordans I got sold out. I went
Yeah.
too far. I went too far with that,
So no, he won an Oscar. That dude got 6 championships.
man. Bruh, you got 6 NBA titles, man. You ain't Michael B ain't never winning 6 championships.
The only way you can equal him is if he makes 6 great movies in a row and gets six gets
Nah, it's
six Oscars in a
impossible.
row.
It's impossible, man. If Leonardo DiCaprio had to get nominated 59 times just to get his one. And the crazy thing is, because I watched The Revenant, his acting performance in The Wolf of Wall Street was better than The Revenant.
But they always have those movies.
That was a here nigga damn Oscar.
See, but they all but they always make those movies that are how do they I forgot how they describe them as. I think it's like Oscar bait or something. Like they go
No, the
so
more dramatic movies, like which I'm surprised Sinners was had like gotten so many nominations because it's more of the dramatic art pieces that generally get more Oscar recognition. While that was a horror movie, action movie, thriller movie kind of thing.
mm.
That was a
But then
fantastic concept, but
a comedy won uh best movie this year. I think the movie that won this year was a comedy.
no, I don't think it was. I think it was a drama. It wasn't a dramatic thing. I think it was an action. I think it was an action film. The Leonardo DiCaprio boy. One thing after another or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that
Yeah.
was. I don't think that was a comedy. When I watched the scenes or the trailer, it definitely didn't look like no comedy.
I know Charlemagne had said something about it. He was like, it was the yeah, he said the film who yeah, the movie that won best film was a comedy that wasn't very funny.
Yeah, like I don't. They might have tried to be funny in certain parts, but
But it wasn't
if
necessarily
you
a
just watch if
comedy.
you watch the trailer, you're not thinking that's a comedy movie.
Oh, okay.
It was like a thriller because son, I think his daughter gets kidnapped or something.
Oh, okay.
It's on HBO Max. I think I might watch it,
Oh, okay.
but yeah. I mean, shout out to Michael B. Jordan, man. Shout out
Yeah.
to Sinners. I think they took on four. I think they were nominated for 9, took on 4. So that was good. But people trying to sit there and say, last thing I'm gonna say about the movies, people trying to sit there and say, like, Sinners should have won best, I think best song. I forget what song it was that was nominated for it. Y'all need to stop trying to act like K-pop demon hunters They have bops galore on the joint.
Which one won? Golden?
Golden one, because that was the song of the movie. Because like every movie has like that main song, and that's the one
Mm-hmm.
that always get if there's a movie if there's a thing Oscar for it, it's always like specifically with Disney, it's always that song. So like Whole New World, Beauty and the Beast. What was the other one that was that one best song, or that was nominated for best song? Let It Go, Encanto, Bruno. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, um, so yeah, like that Golden was a bop. There's kids singing that all across the. I don't know what song was on Sinners. Sinners nothing captivated me about the music in Sinners. It was the story, the acting, all that other stuff. Oh, you know what? It might have been that song that old boy had sang. That they went through the whole. Um, I forgot about that song. Wish that song was good. Golden washes. They were like, "Oh, best animated film." People were mad about Disney not getting it. Zootopia 2. I love Zootopia 2. I just finished watching it before we got on this podcast. Second time I've watched it since watching the movie theater. And look, people, it's not because I wanted to. I got a Cocoa Puff who loved the movie. So that's why I watched it a bunch of times. K-pop, Demon Hunters, washes. I've seen Zootopia 2 more than I've seen K-pop. I've seen K-pop Demon Hunters once. Seen Zootopia 2 three times. And in all three times, washed. K-pop Demon Hunters should have been nominated for Best Movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was that good. As an animated film, it was that good. Should have been nominated for Best Movie. I think Sinners was a better movie because there was a lot of plot holes in K-pop Demon Hunters. But if it was nominated, I wouldn't have. Should have won? I don't think so. Should have been nominated? Absolutely.
Has there
And,
ever been an animated movie that's won best movie? I don't think so.
no, I think the first animated movie that had won an Oscar was, I think it was Little Mermaid or Beauty and the Beast, but it was for best song. It wasn't even. I don't think there's one ever been nominated for best
Mm.
movie. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that. And lastly, shoot, I lost my topics. Okay, there we go. I guess NFL players, former NFL players, maybe a couple of current NFL players played the USA flag football team,
Mm-hmm.
and I just saw highlights. I don't know who won or who lost. I
And
just saw
so,
highlights, but it looked like the flag football team was getting busy on the NFL players.
yeah, so I think the final score was 87-27.
Oh dang, they got mollywopped. That's brutal, NFL. Chris
But
Broussard had said on Twitter that
mhm,
the NFL should be embarrassed. I'm like, flag football ain't the same. You got to grab a little thing
mhm.
to
And the
get
way that
guys
they
out.
move,
Yeah, like NFL players aren't used to that. The only players who can play flag football from the NFL are quarterbacks. Because throwing the football is something that's universal.
yeah.
Try
Now,
and maybe even wide receivers a little bit. but it's pure. It's just quarterbacks. Just from what I saw, because this dude did some joint, did the wrestling knee slide to get past dudes. You're not seeing that in the NFL.
I'm
You're not
saying if
seeing that
somebody did
at
that
any
dumbass knee
level of
slide,
football. If you do that, you're getting your head. You're
you
being
gonna
the
look
head.
like Joe Flacco or
You're,
Max Schaub when he got hit. He just grabbed his head
bruh,
immediately.
bruh. No, you. First of all, there ain't gonna be no head to grab. You are permanently the headless swords or horseman carrying your head in a pump in a jack o' lantern. Your head is now a jack o' lantern for the rest of your life if you try to do that crap in the NFL. So yeah, it's different. To get guys down, vastly different. And that's the difference between the two sports. Is how do you
and
get guys down?
and
NFL
they
players ain't used to trying to grab the thing on somebody. They used to putting their arms around you and driving you into the dirt.
and the thing about it is they also had celebrities playing. Like I know Logan Paul was playing in the game too. It was like yeah, because there was a play where
87 points is madness, yo.
yeah, there was a play where the quarterback Doucette and did that sliding knee shit, scored a touchdown, and Logan Paul pushed him out of the end zone. And he was celebrating. He ran over and he said, "Welcome to flag football" or something.
I saw that. And then he started getting.
Yeah, he took his glasses and threw them away.
I'm like, bro, leave that for the WWE. Nobody cares about you.
It was like,
But the NFL players that played it, one, it's a different sport. Two, like, how can I put this? There's levels to every there's levels to everything
mhm.
strategic wise. Like 11 on 11 football is vastly different from 7 on 7 football. 5 on 5, the closest thing that you can do when it comes to 5 on 5 is 4 on 4. But even that's different. But 5 on 5 to 3 on 3 is vastly different basketball strategy. 3 on 3 to 2 on 2 is vastly different basketball strategy. 2 on 2 to 1 on 1 is vastly different basketball strategy. So it's just like it's it's the same concept where it's just like, yeah, like it's dude is sliding underneath people to try to avoid getting. I'm sitting there like, I thought that was down. I didn't know you can go to your knees in flag football till I saw that highlight. Because I'm like, what's the purpose of the flags? And so I'm like, yo, like, so it's just like, you know, and it wasn't even like prime NFL players either. It was like a lot of guys who were either retired or don't play much from at least from what I've seen outside of I think Jalen Hurts threw a pick six.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, dude.
I mean, he did turn the ball over twice in one play, so I mean, I'm nuts.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah,
Yeah, he already a turnover legend. Yeah.
it's just yeah, it is vastly different. And it seems like folks don't necessarily understand how vastly different it is until they actually start playing.
But can I say this?
Mm.
I'm gonna eat crow here. Because I saw that quarterback for the USA flag football team throw a football and I immediately made fun of him. I immediately made fun of him. And the fact that he walked out there and mollywopped even at former NFL athletes, I gotta give him his flowers. But the way he threw that football was joke worthy.
Hey, what's it called? I don't think you got to eat crow on that one. I don't think you said that they weren't going to succeed because he
Oh
threw the
no,
ball like that.
yes, I think I did. I think I said there's no reason why a guy throws a football like that and you're gonna pick him over at Patrick Mahomes. Like,
But when he said the Patrick Mahomes thing, did he say that he was better than Patrick Mahomes at flag football?
yeah, he said pretty much like Patrick Mahomes can't come into flag football and do what he do. So I think that's pretty much what he was saying. Like I'm the Patrick Mahomes of flag football. And then people was like, then people saw him throw the football and they were like, you ain't the Patrick Mahomes of anything. You ain't the Patrick Mahomes at anything. Don't ever compare yourself to Patrick Mahomes. Then he put up 87 on him. Like first of all, the fact that this flag football team put up 87 points and they were still 13 points away from Wilt Chamberlain's record.
Tells you how hard it is to score 100 points in a game.
I remember I was playing Madden. I was playing on all Madden. I was on the Bengals. No, I was on the Browns. We was beating the Bengals. It was 103-0. I had to check my thing to see if it was still on all Madden.
It is so.
These dudes put up numbers like they was playing on rookie mode. And they were going up against Gronk and Tom Brady. Champions.
What's it called? I did see a highlight of Odell Beckham catching a one-handed touchdown in the back of the end zone over two over two DBs.
Yeah, so I'm like, to be honest, I think if there was, I think former NFL players who maybe not be hurt or whatever. Odell Beckham Jr. was hurt, but like, he's still a freak athlete, right? But like, I think if they just were like, hey, we're gonna do this flag football because the Olympics is 2 years away. If you got
Mhm.
NFL players, like former NFL players who ain't playing like real football, um, or contact football, um, to like do it, I
Mhm.
think they would do better than the USA team. Just because of just based off of the athleticism alone. Because the only
Yeah,
thing they got to
because
figure out is how to tackle per se.
yeah,
Once they figure that out, because that was the challenge for them.
yeah, grabbing the flag, that's a challenge for everybody,
Because you're grabbing the flag ain't
especially
easy.
especially when you break dance and
I can't believe Jalen Hurts couldn't read a flag football defense. Get him the F out of here, man. Alabama quarterbacks, man, y'all all suck. You can't read a flag football defense. You let a flag football linebacker disguise you into a pick six, zone you to death. Unbelievable. You should have threw it hard enough for him to not even be able to hold on to the ball. Because they're not you. When I saw a dude throw that like that and throw a touchdown, they're not used to NFL velocity, yo. So,
yeah, 'cause, yeah, you hear that ball whistle through the air.
you know what I'm saying?
He's like, is
Jalen
this a
threw
nerf?
that dumbass pass. I was like, I saw that. I said, man,
He ain't
that's
got no
who,
business.
bro. He had first of all, why is he out there? But you know what I'm saying? Like, but put guys out there like an Eli Manning. Like I said, retired guys who can still do something. Eli, freaking, like Drew Brees said that he can't throw the football anymore. That's why he retired. Like if Drew
Mm.
Brees was still like a little healthy, he has the athleticism and stuff like that to play flag football. You don't want no like old guys out there like Steve Young or something like that. But like,
Oh, but Daryl Green is talking about playing flag football. The man is 66 years old.
Dale Green's probably still faster than everybody on the flag football team. Dale Green might realistically still run a 4.5 at 67 years old. Worst case scenario, 4.7.
Until he eat a Tootsie Roll.
Is he
Make you run
overweight
fast.
now?
Huh?
Is he overweight now?
No, 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 no,
Oh,
no.
oh,
No,
oh,
I'm saying that was his secret. He said, "How's the secret?" He said he always put a Tootsie Roll in the sock, and he'd be like, "Eat Tootsie Rolls, it makes you run fast."
like a guy like Marshawn Lynch could play. Matter of fact, not even Marshawn Lynch. What was his back? What was this guy that ran with him in Buffalo? Or was it him? C.J. Spiller.
Yes, DJ Spiller.
C.J. Spiller could do good at flag football because he was the most elusive back in football. And then when I pick him up in fantasy football, he buns a plenty.
Yo, chill. It's been years.
I got rid of him so fast, man. I said, what the hell is elusive mean? I forgot the definition of elusive just because of him. But a guy like Trent Richardson, just a mad buns NFL player, just off of athleticism alone, he would dominate. You get guys like that. Daniel Jones, great warm up. Great warm up for. No, he should be out of the league by then. So yeah, definitely, he could definitely play. He should be. Now, who knows? They just paid him a bunch of money. That's how bad the quarterback class is. They was like, you know what? What's out here? Let's give him 80 million. He played good enough for us. We know it was very flukish, but oh well. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Guys like JJ McCarthy. I know I said guys who ain't in the league, but these guys should not be in the league after this year.
He is still gonna be in the league. Yeah.
I understand they may still be in the league, but they should not be in the league.
Jared Stidham.
Jared Stidham should have never been in the league. So yes, Nathan Peterman would be the fourth best quarterback in flag football. I don't even want to put that out there. No, but guys like that, you know what I'm saying? It's just like get these like retired guys or like late in their career guys. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, retired guys, like fresh out of retirement, you know, get a guy like what was that one dude that retired mad young? The white dude who was snitching on everybody. He was linebacker for the 49ers.
Chris Borland.
Yeah, him. He'd be a great guy.
He was
Um,
snitching on it.
yeah, he'd be a great guy. Kiko Alonso. You know what I'm saying? This dudes who was like good and then just became buns out of nowhere. Kiko Alonso is one of them. Let me get some offensive guys. Give me some offensive guys. Give me a
Yeah, John Ross.
Give me a Justin Blackman. Give me
No.
a Josh Gordon. They in
Josh
their
Gordon's a,
30s.
not Josh Gordon's a whole lot better. You haven't seen what Justin Blackman looks like. He probably
Oh,
still
he's
locked
slob.
up.
He a slob.
Yeah, he a slob. Probably still locked up. He
Dang.
play flag football on work release. Like,
That dude on that longest yard tip.
yo, he can't. It's like his probation is that he can't travel alone in the Olympic Village. No bars in the Olympic Village.
Dang, man, addiction is something crazy. That
Yeah.
dude, that I feel bad for him, man. I didn't know he was hemmed up and a slob. How you a slob when you ain't got nothing to do with eat oodles and noodles and lift weights?
What?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Get some top ramen and lift weights.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Get Darrell Reeves out there. You know what I'm saying? Darrell Reeves is definitely not in shape, but like get him in shape, cooking. Namdi Asamoah. Get Namdi out there. Like the guys in their like late 30s, 40s. Just like I said, because you just the unbelievable athleticism these like pro athletes have. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you don't even like like the most athletic person people that I've ever known is Zero. And Zero's not a big guy. You know what I'm saying? It's just like imagine Zero who is running like 4 threes, 40-inch vertical, and he's 7 inches taller. That's the kind of athletes these NFL players are. And they're 43. They're doing they when they're 43 years old, they have a 36-inch vertical, and they run that same guy has a 36-inch vertical. The only reason why it's 36 inches is because he had 3 knee surgeries. He runs a 4.740, 4.640 because he had eight ankle surgeries. You just watch Beckham freaking quantum leap on dudes and one hand that thing. That's what we need on the back. And we got 2 years. Like I said, just
Yeah.
off the freak athleticism.
So you mean Odell can't? You think Odell can't get open on them?
Oh man. Oh God. People gonna be stepping in the name of love like R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be twisting the night away like saying Cook.
Oh man, I can't wait for those Olympics. You know the U.S. is winning gold.
If they don't, everybody out there matter of fact, the US Olympic flag football team needs to win gold in the similar fashion of the Dream Team.
Yep.
Pure domination. Actually, I think that didn't they struggle with Croatia? They had like a close game with Croatia.
In the gold medal game, I still think they won by 20.
Yeah, but it was like close for like 5 minutes.
Everybody else is saying and the U.S. leads by 50. And that's exactly what the world deserved. Having these grown ass men playing against college kids. All right.
Yeah,
Christian Leitner is the one blemish on that team,
I don't understand how they put him. Well, actually, as a college player, he was a better player than Shaq, so I understand it.
even though he wanted to be on Dream Team One.
He probably should have been just because but he's got the
Shit,
complexion
I would have
for
been
it.
good with
Coach
Weber.
Webber would have been fantastic. Chris Webber don't get enough credit for being a monster. Chris Webber, like people talk about, like I've heard a lot of people talk more good about Rasheed Wallace and Chris Webber, and I don't like it. She was a fantastic player, especially when he played with the Pistons. Chris Webber made the Kings must see TV.
Hmm.
It's the only time the Kings have been must see TV.
Because what's it called? When uh when Rasheed Wallace was on Portland or even on in Detroit, it wasn't must see TV because as soon as you turn on the TV, he was being ejected.
He was must see TV because of that. It was like, is he gonna get? It's like
It
a
was like
hockey
what?
fight.
It's like he stared at a. It's like he tried to intimidate me by staring at me. He was
No,
just looking at you.
that was Tim Duncan.
No, that was
That
Wallace.
that
Remember
was
when
your
he?
senior?
Yeah, he used no with Duncan when he was on the bench, he was just laughing and he
That's
teed
what it
him up.
was. That's what it
That
was.
he was like, what was it? Rashid was just looking at her. He just like teed him up. He's on it. He's like, what did he do? Steve, don't talk to me. It's like, what did he do? He's like, he was trying to intimidate me. You're the official.
He's also
Like, he ain't gonna walk up and punch you in your face. As
he,
much as the NBA player wants to, he's not going to.
he's also Caucasian.
Like when what's the name? When I think Iverson got teed up and he was like, "You were bringing the crowd down." He was like, "Hold on, you made that call because of the crowd being so you making calls because of the crowd." I, I hate officiating so much.
It don't
Well,
make no
yeah,
sense, man.
yeah. Team USA better be killing folks by 50, 60
No,
points
if you beat the NFL team by 60 points, you can't play regular people
and win by 20.
and win by anything less than 60. You lost if you
You're
won by
right.
59. It's a loss in
Wait,
my book.
what?
Win by 59, you lost. That's a loss in my book. You was trash. That's the expectations y'all set. Countries don't even countries don't even believe in football.
Wait,
There's other countries that don't think football's a real sport. If you let some rugby dude dust y'all off like that, like get y'all a business, then nah. You're representing football. You better not. I swear to God, y'all better not. Because that's all the rest of the world just got rugby players. Y'all doing
yeah.
cha-cha slides to get touchdowns. You better not win by 59 points or less. If y'all have any close games, you better cha-cha slide yourself back to the crib. Like, dude literally did the cat daddy to avoid getting tackled.
And somebody
Or the
made a video and they
flag grab.
said somebody
Flag
made a
grab. That's what I'm
video of that
saying.
receiver too, and they say, "Yo, this dude is different." You're right. And that's a different time for juke
Yo, because you can't do that in the NFL. Your head,
because the dude's flying at you at 1,000 miles an hour.
bruh. All right. One of my favorite, I'm gonna end with this. One of my favorite animes, mangas of all time is Rurouni Kenshin. Okay, so in Rurouni Kenshin, there's a character named Usui who's a blind swordsman. He
Hmm.
uses like a spear or something like that with a turtle shell. And Saito hits him with his Shinzengumi. I think the attack called the Gotetsu. And when he finally hits him with it, in the anime, he's pierced and he's stabbed and he's on the ceiling.
Hmm.
I'm describing this because the manga goes very different. And that's what would happen to one of these guys if they did that in the NFL. In the manga, The same thing happens. Usli's body pierced through and on the ceiling. The issue is his legs are still on the ground in the manga. It's just intestines hanging. That's if you did that in the NFL. You dudes in streets hitting straight go Tetsu on you, and your body is separated from one half to the other half. Or I probably should have used a less graphic or more relatable example. Like I was
So,
driving to North Carolina, I was driving to Charlotte to pick up a car, and I just see nothing but blood in the middle of the street.
mm,
I see a deer. I see its head or the its body on the side of the road.
mm,
No big deal. I'm like, damn, that joint got jacked up. What I didn't realize until I got about maybe a half mile down the road was his other half of his body, his
Jesus
hind
Christ.
legs, was on the other side. I said, what? How? Now, the speed limit to this street was 35 miles an hour. Clearly,
No, it
that
wasn't.
truck driver wasn't going that. Clearly, he had to
That
get
truck
home.
driver, he had a delivery.
Clearly, it was 10:30, and his girl picked up the phone, and it sounded like she moaned, and he had to get active.
What the fuck was that?
And the deer was just a victim of circumstance. So those are the two things I think about
So,
when
that shit was just bouncing in the middle of the street. So it's a hind legs with somersaulted. How is there no other vehicles coming from the other side to even stop the
no,
momentum of this
no,
hind deer? That was the middle of the night drive because there's
no, that's
not.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, this must have been because we left like mad early in the morning. We left mad early in the morning because it was winter time. We left mad early. We barely got there before because we got hemmed up in traffic. So what should have been about a 5 hour drive turned into a 7 hour drive. But we left like in the morning time. So I'm like, and like I said, I saw the deer and I'm just thinking like, oh, it's a dead deer. I saw blood. So I'm like, dang, this thing must have got jacked up. And I saw the other half of his body on the other thing. I'm like, yo, what hit you?
Yo, Lightning McQueen's trying to beat out Chick Hicks.
Bruh.
He was trying to he was trying to smooth Dinoco. That was that.
Son got hit by the Mach 5. Because that's the only thing I can think of that's cutting people in half. Because I know the Mach 5 had to have solves. You know what I'm saying? One of the buttons, button C, must have meant for. must have
Damn sure won't try to jump
meant,
over that bitch.
must have, button Z on the Mach 5 steering wheel must have stood for zigzag niggas in half.
No, I'm telling you. Nah, that was Lightning McQueen trying to beat Chick Hicks to swoon Donico. Nah, because that the
Never seen that
fact
like
that
that before in my life.
the fact that the rest of you is a half mile down the road
Yeah, I
and
mean,
no
it was like a good couple because about a mile driving is about like a 3 minute drive. So it was a couple minutes before I saw the. I'm like, yo, that's why
and
there
no
was so
other
much
vehicle
blood.
even no other vehicle stopped its momentum. It's just
No,
somersaulting
no, it
down the
wasn't.
street.
No, well, no, because it was a 2 lane street. So
Mm.
yeah, so like the traffic, there's just one,
So so the truck was driving alongside a somersaulting body. And you were just watching it. He was like, "Damn, look at it roll."
I don't think bro cared.
He did. He didn't
I don't
even
even.
look over.
I don't even know. He might not even know he. You remember Ray Lewis is like, I didn't even feel you when Terrence
Yo.
Johnson tried to. That it might have been one of those things. He was just full of rage, and he was
Or
belting it down.
or he's driven down this road before, and the same deer has made him swerve before, and he said, "The next time I see his ass, I'm flooring it."
Oh yeah, I said that. Like I remember when I drove to South Carolina, I was like, I just saw a bear crossing sign. I was like, oh, if I see a bear, I'm speeding up
Oh sh!
because what I'm not about to do is stop, and then you think you about to get me.
Oh my goodness!
You
I'm
know what I'm
saying I'm just gonna have
saying?
to clip your ass,
Yeah, like one of us got to die anyways.
and it ain't gonna be me.
It might be me because I hear like people die in deer accidents, like hitting deer. I hear it's like more people dying like hit more. I think more people die hitting deer than like any other object.
Jesus Christ!
I might be making that up, but it's either they more. But I know like they cause like I think they cause like $10 billion a year in insurance claims, and that was when dude hit that deer, there was definitely no insurance claim made on that truck.
He just kept on
That
going. He's like,
that truck won.
I got this delivery, and I got hands to put on somebody.
Yeah,
He didn't even. He didn't even get weighed. He just drove right through that bitch. And
yeah.
DOT did not stop him.
I've never seen such heinous acts done to a deer before in my life.
Oh, well, that is hilarious. He just kept on going.
Somersaulting down the turnpike.
And
But like I said, it was daytime by the time I got there, but we left early. So I'm like, so nobody wanted to clean this up?
hell no.
It
You said
looked,
it was a two lane?
yeah, it was a two-lane joint. And like I
They
said,
nobody cares.
there was blood all over the place.
Nobody cares.
It looked like a murder scene.
There's gonna be a local that's gonna pick it up and be like, "Ooh, dinner."
Nah, it was out
Ooh,
there too long for that.
ooh, venison.
Nah, they're like, yeah, no, this
No,
meat bad.
they know how to cut that shit.
True, true. They might be like the blood all over the thing spur. The meat spur, because I heard you gotta cut it.
Meat spur. The fuck is a meat spur? No, no. Like, what the fuck is a meat spur? Like, no, 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 no. Spurl. I mean, spoiled? That's what I said. Spurl.
Anyways, what's your party shot, Zero?
My parting shot is Cade Cunningham. Get well soon. Diving for a loose ball for you to end up getting a collapsed lung is crazy.
And it doesn't even look like that. Like it's kind of like when Kelly Olynyk had grabbed Kevin Love's arm. It's like that
And
doesn't even look like something that would happen from that.
now that dude tried to put him a cripple across faces. Somebody played that music in the background. He looks for it. Said lose ball, my time to shine. But what's it called? But um hopefully Cade has a speedy recovery. I know they said like 2 weeks they were going to reevaluate
Always
and
got.
see. You said what?
Hope he comes back. To be honest, I think as much as I want SGA to win it, I honestly think he should be MVP. He's not.
Yeah,
He's not even. He's not even being talked about.
yeah, hopefully he does come back before the playoffs. If it takes a little longer, it's like, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
3.5 games ahead of Boston.
Yeah,
Like they should have some winnable games and still hold on to the number one seed. But let's see. But hopefully he has a speedy recovery. Because I know a collapsed lung is a whole lot different from a regular person versus an athlete that's has to depend on his cardio to run up and down the court.
yeah.
But yeah, that's my parting shot. Hopefully he has a speedy recovery.
Yeah, shout out to Katie, man. So my parting shot is for the first time ever, I believe Donald Trump might really be the F up out of here in office come midterms. Because all the nonsense that he's done, he even now dissed on the dude Robert Mueller after he passed away, saying he's glad he's dead. Just because he told the truth about him. I'm like, I think I really don't think he ever wanted to be president. I think he was just like, I'm running because I'm here because so I won't get fined. And then he happened to win. He's like, okay, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna try to do. And I'm gonna get all my friends rich. I'm gonna get myself rich. And then they're gonna get me up out of there. They're gonna impeach me. They're gonna get me up out of there. And I'm gonna have this presidential immunity to boy going, and I ain't gonna be convicted of no crimes. And I'm gonna die 6 months later.
6 months later, you have a death timetable on his ass.
Not that I want him to die, but he getting old and more demented as we speak.
No, but he's the healthiest president there's ever been. His own doctor said it.
No, his own doctor did not tell him that.
His old doctor said, "Look, you're dying at an exceedingly rapid rate."
Now I'm not saying that he's dying, but his doctor did not tell him that, at least recently. Because the dude don't know. He asked he asked the Japanese prime minister why didn't they tell him about the attacks on Pearl Harbor when one, he wasn't born, and two, that didn't happen anytime recently. This
He's like,
happened in the
you didn't tell
40s.
me.
This happened in the 40s.
Yeah, he need to get up out of here.
This dude is on a whole nother level. Like I thought Joe Biden was tripping, but Donald Trump, I saw this video. Donald Trump farted and cleared the whole room. Like you see like the minister, like some one of his cabinet people or something like that. She's like standing there, and then she go, and then all of a sudden, like you see other people's faces start, and then they start clearing all the press out. Donald Trump was born 4 years after Pearl Harbor. I think when the midterms come around, all these people who voted Republican, sick of them, go Democrat, and the Democrats win or get majority House in. They're gonna do their damnedest to get him up out of it. And I think it might happen. I think he might be the first president to be up out of it from impeachment. Because they impeached him a couple times, but nothing really came of it. But I think this time they like the Drewski, we effing got him. With these Epstein files, I think they holding that stuff. until the real, because they just did some stuff to Pam Bondi. They about to get everybody the hell up out of there. God bless America, man. God bless America. Anyways, that's it for us. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been a while, but we'll be back with another one. We love y'all. We'll see you next week.